What's up guys and welcome, it's InfernoKun here with my Life is Strange episode 3 review for Chaos Theory. So I thought I might as well go ahead and make reviews now of the episode to give my opinion on how I liked it. So this might be a completely biased review because I love choice-based games and don't look at the negatives of stuff very often. So it'll be going on my opinion of the game and how it's going in episode 3. So this will be a spoiler review, so you haven't played episode 3, 2, or 1. I don't want to spoil you, so you can go ahead and click off. Anyways, I'm going to get to my top 3 moments in the episode. Then I'm going to do the key elements that make a episode what it is. The story, character development, and choices. You know, if you guys do want more variety of, aspects of the game, you can tell me down below. This is my first review, so I'm going to go ahead and try things out. Anyways, let's go ahead and go to my top 3 moments in the episode. So, 3 would have to be whenever we were talking to Joyce, Chloe, and David. Now, I completely destroyed him by, siding with Chloe and them, how he was spying on people and everything else. So that moment felt really good for me, destroying this guy and just, bringing up all the bad things he's doing for the school. He is a good security guard, but he takes it way too far by spying on people like Max, even Chloe and Kate. So that's kind of a bit creepy. So it felt good to actually have a chance to side with Chloe on, exposing David for who he really is and what he's really doing to Joyce and everything else. So that kind of felt really good. Number 2 will have to be going back into the past. Whenever Max was focusing on that picture of her and Chloe in the past, going back then seeing William drawing things on the fireplace for a message in the future, and even taking pictures. That was a awesome moment to see, what everything was like in the past, how happy Chloe was and everything else. It was a really nice moment. Number 1 top moment would have to be sneaking around in Blackwell. This part of the episode was one of my favorites because we got to go into Blackwell and sneak around, doing things we aren't supposed to be doing and looking at stuff we shouldn't look at. So it felt really awesome being in Blackwell at night, sneaking around the classrooms and everything else, and blowing up that door. That was pretty sweet, and finding out some more information about Rachel and stuff like that. So tell me your favorite parts of the episode, whether it's, messing with Frank and everything else. That was pretty fun. So tell me guys' thoughts on that. Anyways, let's go down to the review. Let's go with story first. So the story was actually probably has to be by a stretch from episode 2 one of the best episodes so far, in my opinion. Now, we had everyone feeling sad about what happened to Kate. Everybody's writing stuff on their slate about get well and feel better, depending on if you actually saved her or didn't save her. So that's where it starts out. Everybody's being all, sad and everything. Kate almost killed herself or did kill herself. So that's where it starts off at the beginning. And it kind of showed how everyone was making fun of that video, but now they're all sad. Even Victoria herself, don't even start on her. She is like one of the, most hypocrites in this game. She's all sad now. She's saying that she's sincerely sorry about everything that she's done. And now we get to see her in the beginning of the episode talking to Mr. Jefferson, trying to get up in her class by seductively trying to get him to have her win over everyone else. Now, breaking into Blackwell, find some more information about Rachel. Actually, we got a lot more than we did in episode 2. We got a hint of Rachel being in the dark room, whatever that means, and episode 4 is called Dark Room. So we're getting more on Rachel as it goes on. She was with Frank and they had some falling out and stuff happened between them. So this episode is really kind of bringing out, what happened to Rachel and where she is and how it affected Chloe, how she feels right now. Because you remember, she was kind of pissed off that, Rachel was with Frank, didn't tell her, Max left and everything else, and she was getting mad about that. So it kind of more focused on Rachel a lot more. Now, other parts in the story where we had David and Joyce and Max and Chloe having that little argument, we can either side with David or side with Chloe, and that kind of adds to the story because we have Joyce figuring out, what David has been doing, because he's been spying on the children of Blackwell and he's been very strict on stuff like that. So Joyce is kind of like, what, really? You're like spying on children now? Which she isn't really agreeing with him on that. So that kind of definitely puts Max in either a bad or good position with David, depending on who you chose to side with. So that'll be awesome to see how it affects David and Max clashing out a lot more. But if you choose the other one, you can actually see David and Max being on good terms, but Chloe adding to her anger towards Max because she left for Seattle and all that kind of stuff. So speaking of Chloe's anger, you know, after she gets mad at the world for what happened to her dad, what happened between Rachel, what happened to Max, leaving that is, but we had an awesome new power for Max. She's able to time travel based on what she sees. So she looked at a picture of the past and she focuses in on it. She can time travel. That is a pretty good part in the story that actually added to her going to the past and being there with young Chloe and her young self, with William being alive and everything else. So that part of the story was like really interesting. We had to change the past and have William not die, which makes Chloe disabled, makes Warren date Stella, make Max be in the Vortex Club, all kinds of stuff happening. David's a bus driver. That's kind of a lot of things that changed based on that one thing, saving William's life. Changed the whole past, and now we're at that moment. So seeing everything change kind of gave me that vibe of Flashpoint Paradox. So yeah, it's getting pretty awesome. So to go ahead and move on to the choices in episode 2 now. Some of them were hard, like stealing from their handicap fund, which is what I did. Didn't know that it was the handicap fund at first, but hey, I chose that. And some of them were easy, like kissing Chloe. I regret nothing. But anyways, we'll go ahead and talk about the choices real quick. So the first choice was stealing from the handicap fund. This one could be a rather interesting choice because you have money to pay off Frank, but it could be some consequences in this if the school finds out. So this choice was definitely one that made it really cool because you had some bad things and some good things. Bad things being school finding out, handicap fund, oh no. Then we had good things being paying off Frank, having extra money laying around for if you want to do something else, and that's pretty cool. So definitely a good choice right here. It was almost half and half. We had 43% of people actually stealing the money and 57% didn't, so that's pretty cool. I won't be alone whenever I get busted. So anyways, go ahead and move on to the second choice, which was definitely pretty interesting, rather random at first, you know, kissing Chloe or not. I did that. I regret nothing, you know. 78% of people kissed Chloe. That's pretty cool. Wink wink. Anyways, I'm wondering how it will affect, you know, Chloe and Max's relationship. Not as a friend, I mean, you know what I mean. Or how it affects Warren and Max in the future. So it's pretty cool choice if you want to pick your love interest, whether you want to be with Chloe or be with Warren. It's kind of getting weird, so let's go ahead and move on to the second or third choice. I mean, we had either siding with Chloe or siding with David. Now, I spoke about this in the story part of the section where it could actually affect Chloe's view on you even more, or have you on good terms with David. So this choice was probably one of the rather easy ones, depending on who you actually felt was in the right. So the players had a chance to actually go ahead and tell David that what he's doing is wrong, and now it's causing even more problems with his family. So it's a pretty awesome choice right here. Anyways, the fourth choice we have is keeping Frank's dog from harm. It was a rather, you know, easy one, of course, you know. 94 people actually did not harm the dog, and 6% did, so it's a pretty one-sided choice. Who wants to hurt a little dog? But yeah, the only bad thing about this choice is that it's one-sided. It's kind of easy to choose what you want, depending on if you want him to not get hurt. So it's either dog or no dog, depending on what you chose. So it's pretty cool to see that Frank might be pissed off losing his dog, so we'll see about that. Lastly, we'll have David's gun either being in Chloe's hands or Frank's hands. Now, I guess you can stash it on Frank once you steal it from Chloe's room, which is actually a pretty good choice because you have it either being on Chloe, which means that David might find out in the future and drill her in, or you can give it to Frank or keep it in his RV, and then you have Chloe not getting in trouble, but then we have Frank armed with a gun, so that could be a pretty bad thing depending on what you choose. So first time I played, I didn't see you can actually go ahead and take her gun. I guess you gotta go back upstairs once she comes downstairs, therefore she won't see you. That would make more sense. So yeah, so anyways, choices in the episode were definitely really good, and choices that came up in episode 3 from episode 2 actually made it more like it was your playthrough, you know. If you got Nathan suspended from school, you can see him in Two Whales and talk to him, and he's pretty pissed off about you getting him suspended. And he's also pretty much talking to Victoria about it. So seeing those small things like your choices coming up and him being mad at you depending on if you got him suspended, that's pretty cool. Also, you had either saving Kate or not saving her. You mentioning her throughout the whole episode, so that's pretty awesome seeing that you can like have these choices come in and change the constant dialogue from the episode. So that's pretty awesome. I love to having choices come up from the previous episodes into episode 3 because I've never heard of that actually happening before. Dang. I kid, hashtag choices matter 2015. We had some pretty good small choices too. We had having the plant either it died or not. I'm pretty mad about that. I didn't know that, you know, overwatering would be a thing, so that happened. Helping Warren out with his exam, giving him a B+ instead of a B-, so that's pretty cool. You help Warren out there. Then we had 2 by adding your names to the Vortex Club list, and then you could remove some other names off of the list. So the party list could be a pretty big thing depending on, you know, if you get let into the party. So that's a pretty cool choice. Then we had erasing the answer machine once you hear that the cops looking for Chloe or saw Chloe at the school during the whole break-in. Then we can have our usual help Alyssa choice, which is pretty cool. That's an episode regular. We had to help Alyssa out because she's getting hit by football. She's getting, you know, water splashed on her, and she's getting hit with paper. So that's pretty cool having a regular choice, small choice in the episode for her. Then we can warn the homeless woman about the storm coming towards Arcadia Bay. So we can do that or not do that. That's a pretty cool choice because you have somebody to talk to about that. Then we can take a photo in the past and also write a mark on the fireplace in the past. So lots of small choices that actually could come up in the next episode and beyond. So that's pretty much it. Choices in the episode were definitely pretty good. I liked most of them for the most part. I hope you guys did enjoy my review discussion type thing, trying something out new, see how it actually works out. So, you know, it went pretty real. It was pretty fun doing this. So, tell me guys' thoughts on the episode. Episode 3 is probably one of my favorite episodes so far, and the series getting better and better each episode. So, tell me your thoughts and what you did like, what you didn't like. I did not like the plant dying. I didn't want it to die, so I guess it's just me. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been InfernoKun with my Life is Strange episode 3 review. Be sure to like the video if you guys did enjoy it and subscribe for more. And check out my episode 4 playthrough for Game of Thrones. So it'll be up as soon as it can once I'm done playing it at midnight for the release. So thank you guys for watching once again. And I'm out.